How to start creating content on social media. Um, First, I've noticed that I had and still have so many limiting beliefs when it came to creativity, and especially when you have to express it in a way where a lot of people are going to be able to see it. So, a perfect example is like social media. If you start creating just songs in your room and you're just like no one is watching or whatever and you don't really intend to share it, that's not really what I mean. But when you have to share something with people, you have all these beliefs and all these fears that come up, and you're starting, actually it was my case, and sometimes still is, to make tons of excuses not to create anything. And what I came up with in terms of excuses was like, I have nothing to share, so I have no ideas. But that's bullshit, because when you start creating, there's a lot of ideas who just come kicking in, which is really nice. So you first have to start. Otherwise, you won't be even able to know if you have ideas or not. The ideas are not like coming in order for you to just like build a huge storage of ideas in order to be sure that you'll never lack any ideas. That's not how creativity seems to work. I'm not an expert, but when you start creating, like the flow of ideas just pours in. And there's also the fact that I thought that I'm not good at anything, which is true. I'm not really like an expert or whatever. I'm not good at anything. Not good at making videos. I'm not good at anything. And so I was like, I can't create or share anything of value with people if, if I'm not good at anything. But that's not really true, because what you can actually do is share how much you suck. And you're still gonna be ahead of other people who suck more anyways, so that's gonna be helpful for them. And if you share how much you suck, you're gonna be an inspiration for people who suck and who wanna share videos also, because you could be thinking that, well, I'll suck in the beginning, but I'm gonna do it so much, so consistently, that I'm going to become good at what I'm doing, which is basically what I'm doing with these videos. I really think that 1 year from now, if I keep like that pace of one video a day, I'll be very good. Or I'll be at least 10 times, 100 times better than I am right now. So it can inspire people, I'm sure, to see how I go from being really not good at something and just progressing, because we're just so riddled with limiting beliefs, with the limiting belief that we have to be good first and then do something. And I think the reason why also is that there are people who are already good at something when they start sharing and creating. So then most of us are thinking, well, then it should be the case for me, but that's not true, because there are also people who are bad at things and who start creating being super bad, and then they just evolve. So we have both cases. In what proportion, I don't know, but I admit that when you look at social media, sometimes, yeah, like you could have the belief, or it could be true that you first have to be good, but that's just like garbage, honestly. And so you can actually, there are two things that I'll share below, which are, so there's an idea of Gary Vaynerchuk, which is like documenting on your path towards whatever you want to build. And so you're not going to share something that's finished with people, but you're going to, the idea when you document is to share like steps of your road, of your journey. And that's what I want to do. That's what I wanted to do. Before I read that book, I already had the idea. It could be really nice if people saw how I progressed from being really bad at doing videos and not being confident to like quite good. And this is basically what I'm doing. So I'm also trying to share like one single idea per video, but I could just show like how it's hard to just film a video or whatever. There's so much to share. So when you really lower the expectations, um, you don't have to, you see that this is the wrong idea with sharing. It doesn't have to be good, it has to be informative. But I mean, you could film yourself for the first time in your life do something really bad, and it would be informative, and it would help some people. It would at least like inspire some people that they could do the same, and you can speak up even if you're bad at something. So there's nothing wrong with that. um, and there's also the fact of like being honest. I think that we think that we have to be good, and we're not. So we think, okay, if I have to be good and I'm not, it means like that I will have to bullshit people. But no, if you don't have to be good, you don't have to bullshit people either. You can just be yourself, be honest, tell people that you're like bad. I'm super shitty at so many things. It's crazy. Uh, I don't even know where this is going, the videos, if I'll be able to coach or whatever. I mean, I'm just like a baby myself, and see, like, that's honesty. And when you're honest, it releases a lot of pressure, and you'll see that you'll be able to share anyways, and it feels good. I mean, I admire people so much who are honest. I find that so sexy, so attractive, so yeah, it's just an attractive characteristic of someone. And I think that it draws just like people in, because there are not so many people who are able to just share their vulnerabilities, because it hurts, and because we are all hurt. So yeah, basically, so that's how you can frame it if you want to start sharing on social media. And it doesn't have to be good. You can start really little. You can start really by doing one piece of content every month or whatever, and see, like, I'm talking about that topic, and like, I started 8 months ago, and I'm already making a video on that, because I now know what it is to start and to get to a point where I'm able to do one video a day. And like, I didn't even progress that much since then. But it's like, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but you don't have to be good to share something. I'm just sharing how I started creating. That's it. So thanks for listening.